USA, USA,
USA.
I think that's the perfect way to start the Solheim Cup podcast this week. You know what? Honestly, it's not, because I work for the LPGA. I have to be unbiased, and I am unbiased. All right. Like, Team Europe is great. They're both great, but I am American. But this is the Solheim Cup preview. Welcome, everybody. I'm Hope Arnett, host and reporter for the LPGA Tour, and I'm, as always, so thrilled to be joined by my co-hosts, Emma Talley and Adam Stanley. And I just want to get started by saying Adam doesn't have a dog in this fight, all right? He's Canadian. We could not get a more unbiased character here, but I'm very excited to be doing this. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Someone has to be unbiased.
Exactly. And me and Emma are not the people to do it.
Emma's on the team.
Yeah, practically. Seriously, though, I actually do kind of want to start with that. First of all, how's it going, y'all? Let's start with Emma. I know you're going to be very involved in the Solheim Cup. You just came off of the FM Championship doing ESPN Plus. So tell us how you're doing and what your involvement is going to be in the Solheim Cup.
Yeah, last week was super fun. It was a little prep for me for the Solheim Cup. I'm going to be the behind-the-scenes content creator for the Solheim Cup team,
yes,
the U.S. team, for the Instagram account. So if you have an Instagram, go follow Solheim Cup USA, and I will be your girl that will make sure you know everything that's going on behind the scenes. I just hope, for me, that was a dream for me as a young kid to be part of the Solheim Cup team, and I haven't gotten to be on the team yet, so this is the second best thing. But the goal for me, I think, is just to show people, because it's always like, what do they do? Like, how does it work? When do they hang out? And I hope at least one little girl gets inspired to be on that team. That's the goal for me. That's in my head. Like, I'm like,
I love it.
I hope that one little girl watches it and is like, oh, I want to do that, because at the end of the day, like, I feel like all of us, like 0.01% of people get to be professional athletes, right? So, and I would have, if you would have told me that whenever I was a kid, I would have been like, oh, I won't make it. But here I am, and I'm doing it. So
here you are.
Anybody can do it. So I'm excited for the week. A lot of my friends are on the team. We all kind of grew up together. So I feel like I have a good relationship with everyone. Hopefully I can get their personalities out even through the pressure and anxiety of the week.
100%. Adam, what is going on in your world right now?
Yeah. It's a big day. As we are recording this, it's Tuesday, September the 3rd. The President's Cup, which obviously is happening here in Canada after the Solheim Cup. Let's just make that very, very clear. The President's Cup, the captain's picks are happening today, so it's a very, very busy afternoon for me. We'll be talking to both the captains. I'm going to be back on the Golf Channel again this afternoon. I know, obviously, by the time this comes out, everyone will have long missed it if they didn't.
I'm sure everyone's going to see it, okay?
To update the both of you, we'll be on the Golf Channel again in the afternoon.
Nice.
So all that's been going great. But yeah, it's just been it's hard to believe that it's like Labor Day weekends in the rear view. Summertime, as you guys are very much well aware, has just sprinted on by, and now we're entering into the fall season, which, at least for golf people, is a little bit slower than the summertime sprint. So very much looking forward to being home a little bit more and hanging out with my growing family, and just having some fun at the end of this month as well. So it's all been good.
So cute. Awesome. Well, I am currently in Texas. I was just at the FM Championship, where I was also helping out a little bit with ESPN Plus. But honestly, Emma killed it. I loved watching her step into a new role. So that was really fun. But let's get into the Solheim Cup. This is an event that I wait all year for, and thankfully we get them in back-to-back years. Usually they're every 2 years, but this time, to basically get back on track and get on opposite years of the Ryder Cup, we are in back-to-back years, and we are back in U.S. soil. Unfortunately, the U.S. hasn't won the Cup in a while. The last time they won the Cup was 2017. So they've got, I think, maybe a little bit of pressure, but to be very clear, in 2023 in Spain, it was actually a tie between US and Europe, which is a little strange. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I didn't even know you could tie in a Solheim Cup. When it was coming down to it, I was like, wait, what? But since the European team reached 14 points, they actually retained the cup because they won in 2021. So it was very interesting. But as we return to U.S. soil this year at Robert Trent Jones Golf Club, I think it's going to be very exciting because both teams have a great lineup. And I think that actually leads us into a very good spot. We can kind of talk about the rosters and about the teams. Everything was just confirmed last week. And so, yeah, should I do the honors of listing the team, or does someone else want to do it? Should I do it?
Go for it. Go for it,
right.
Hope.
I'll go. To start, the U.S. team, I am going to go just from the top. We got Allison Corpuz. We got Allie Ewing, Megan Kang, Nelly Korda, Jennifer Kupcho, Allison Lee, Andrea Lee, Lexi Thompson, Lilia Vu, Rose Zhang, Sarah Schmelzel, and Lauren Coughlin.
Yeah.
So it's
a lot of friends of the pod.
Solid team. Yeah, we had actually a decent amount of them on the pod, so that's pretty exciting. Out of those 12, only 2 of them are rookies, and that is Sarah Schmelzel and Lauren Coughlin. But I think they're going to go into it fired up. I mean, they've both been playing so well this year. So I think I just quickly, before we get into the European team, Emma, what are your thoughts on that lineup? Because there's some good players in there.
Yeah, I just feel like the U.S. team has really played really solid this year. Like all of those players have played solid, are playing solid, or currently are, they're all playing really well right now. Obviously, you have Nelly Korda on the team, Lilia Vu, second in the world. The European team, not to kind of switch back and forth, they've won the Cup several years in a row, and I think a lot of that's to chemistry. But the U.S. team this year are all really close. They're all really good friends. I'm going to be helping with the rah-rah of the team. So, how can they not have fun? So I just think it's a much different team than the last few years, and I think it's probably a good little switch up. Just to kind of get fresh feet out there and a new spirit in the team room. So I'm excited to be part of it. Like I said, they're all kind of close. They're all friends. So I think the U.S. is going to do it. I'm calling it now. I know I wasn't supposed to call it till later, but I'm calling that the U.S. team is playing the best golf at the moment.
Love it. Adam, could you please run down Team Europe for us?
Let's go. Okay. We've got Céline Boutier from France. I'm going to try. I think I've got all the countries off the top of my head as well here. So we're going to give it a go.
It's a little harder for you.
Yeah. Céline Boutier from France. Carlota Saganda from Spain, which is a tremendous little sing-song for her name as well. Carlota Saganda.
That'll be stuck in my head for about 3
tremendous.
weeks. So.
Yeah, tremendous. From Spain, Lynn Grant, Sweden. Georgia Hall and Charlie Hull, of course, both from the United Kingdom. Leona Maguire from Ireland. Anna Nordqvist, also from Sweden. 8, I think, Solheim Cup appearances here for Anna Nordqvist.
Yep.
Absolutely tremendous. What a veteran. Emily Christine Pedersen from Denmark. Madeline Sagstrom and Maya Stark, both from Sweden as well.
Adam, I know you still have 2 players left to say, but I just want to say, well, I kind of want to introduce them because I'm just so excited for their rookie debut. It's going to be Alban Valenzuela and Esther Henselite, obviously the silver medalist from the Olympics, and then Alban, friend of the pod. So sorry to take over there, but I'm just so excited for them and to see what their journey looks like in the Solheim Cup.
Hope, kind of to your point from the very beginning of the pod, obviously the retainers of the Cup from last time, of course the winners of the Cup just before. So a lot of kind of this big, robust veteran presence. I think that's probably the best way to describe the European side, is that if you're looking at the results, if you're looking at, pure number of wins and etc., that American side, very, very strong on paper, of course, but the Solheim Cup is not played on paper. It's played on the golf course, and you never know what kind of attitudes and just team strategy and bonding and shot making and et cetera will show up during that week. So that is the European squad. Like I mentioned, couple rookies, a lot of big veteran presence there as well. So regardless, it should be an excellent competition once again.
Yeah, for sure. Just a quick to run it down. This is the 19th Solheim Cup. USA has won 10 and Europe has won 8. And there has been one tie, as we just discussed.
As we're well aware.
There's been one tie. Everyone was like, whoa, what do you mean a tie? Everyone on site was like very shocked. But I think it's going to all come down to here's the thing. I'm going to quickly run it back and what happened in 2023. So after the morning matches on the first day, US fully shut out Europe. And I think everybody thought at that point, okay, I think USA has this in the bag. The US team has this in the bag. And then in the afternoon matches, Europe kind of came back, but still at that point, US was far ahead of the European team. And then in the second day, Team Europe said, not so fast. Not so fast. This is for us to win as well. We want to keep the cup. We want it in 2021. We want to win it again in 2023. And so they came back, and going into the third day, they were tied 8-8. And no one knew what was going to happen. We were like, all right, this is really close, a lot closer than everyone expected it to be. I think everyone expected US to come out and kind of just dominate just because of the roster that they had. And then lo and behold, Europe only needed 14 points to retain the cup. They reached 14 points. So did USA. But to win, USA needed 14 and a half, and they did not reach that. So it ended up in a tie, and Europe retained the cup. So it was a win when you look at it that way. But at the end of the day, it was a tie. So I want to talk a little bit about the format. I know I kind of just mentioned it a little bit, but for those who don't know, and maybe this is their first Solheim Cup that they're ever watching, Adam, can you kind of break it down what the 3-day format is?
Yeah, so I think that is the best way to start. It's a 3-day team competition, of course. So let's go in reverse. We're gonna Sunday singles. That's really the tipping point. You've seen big comebacks. You've seen, well, maybe there's a chance kind of situation. So Sunday, we've got singles matchups. Every single golfer is going to be playing a singles match, regardless of how they did in the previous 2 days, regardless of their record. Every single golfer on both teams are going to be playing a one-on-one singles match, 18 holes, or of course fewer, depending on the record or on the scoring. Excuse me. So Sunday singles. The 2 prior days, so that would be Friday and Saturday. That's where this team competition really is happening. This is the team competition. We're going to have a variety of matches, 2-on-2, 2 people from the American side, 2 people from the European side, and they're going to be playing 2 different formats depending on the style of the setup from the captains. You're either going to be having foursomes play, or you're going to be having 4-ball play. Otherwise known as, 4-ball is obviously best ball. Everybody plays, they get the best score, and that counts as the team score. And then foursomes is alternate shot, better known as alternate shot. So player A hits the drive, player B hits the approach, player A then hits the putt, and back forth. So
Boom.
To me, that's the big standout format. We just don't see it very much. We see it in the Ryder Cup, the President's Cup, and of course the Solheim Cup as well, but it's just a rare kind of thing, and it's a very, very unique format. So that foursomes, that alternate shot format is my personal favorite. But we've got 2 days of the alternate shot and the best ball, or foursomes and 4-ball, depending on how you are analyzing it as, and then big Sunday for the Sunday singles. And that is how the Solheim Cup works.
Yes. And then that was a great explanation, first of all. For every win, the team, or whether it's singles, they win 1 point. And for every tie or half, they win half a point. And then obviously every loss is 0 points. So that's how the points work as well. But I think we should get into these teams a little bit more. We already listed them, but I actually want to toss it to Emma. You tee it up with these women every single week, you know their game probably better than anybody. who are you keeping an eye on from both sides, whether that's a rookie or a veteran or someone with a really great record, or maybe someone who hasn't performed as well, but you think, they really got their game dialed in right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think Carlotta Seconda, she's always been a feisty player who she's had a great year so far. She finished tied for 10th last week at FM Global, coming into the Solheim Cup, has 5 days to get prepared. She has a great record. She has one of the best records, 11-8-4, and she's just a great player for match play. She gets so fired up each and every time she goes out there playing for her country. So I definitely think her. Obviously, we have to point out Lauren Coughlin. She just keeps going. I mean, we don't even have to say anything else other than her name because, I feel like at the beginning of the year, no one really knew who she was, and now everyone knows who she is. And she's playing so good. She's playing in her she's playing where she lives now, currently, her hometown. And she also went to school at Virginia. So I think she's someone else to kind of keep an eye out on. There's so many fun players. I mean, there's
that part's awesome.
So
I think
cool.
Emma just building off that point. I think like just that connection, right? That you had mentioned. I think it's an incredible
fired up.
part of the Solheim Cup just in general is that connection, right?
Yeah, it's going to be so fun, and I think she's going to bring a lot of spirit to the team because I think she really wants it. I keep talking to her, and she told me that just a few days ago that she had told a friend, I can't remember, she told me who the friend was, but I can't remember. She was like, I told them I was going to be on the Solheim Cup this year, and they kind of looked at me like I was crazy because it was last summer. And
that's so cool.
She was like, and I saw them last week, and I was like, I told you. So I think that's just a really cool aspect. I think Allie Ewing, she doesn't have a great record, but she's great for the team. She's probably the one that kind of brings the whole team together. I would consider her somewhat of a leader on the team. She's one of those people that kind of play with anybody, and her game kind of matches up to anyone on the team.
She does kind of seem like she has this kind of very calming leadership mentality about her as she speaks, and of course kind of being a little bit older, not old, but like older than some of the other folks on the team. I think as soon as you were like, she could have the chance to be a bit of a leader on the team, I was like, yeah, that hits based on kind of how she handles herself, I think.
Yeah, and this is her fourth Solheim Cup appearance, her first one being when she was an alternate and Stacey Lewis got hurt and she got pulled in. So she's kind of seen it from all aspects, and I think that's another good part of being a leader is like she came from just being the alternate into the team and then had to play.
Now she's a leader of the team.
Yeah, I think obviously Lexi Thompson, this being her last Solheim Cup appearance, she hasn't used the R word yet, retiring. I think we got to watch out for her. She always comes in hot. She's been playing really good golf lately, and this is her this will be her seventh Solheim Cup appearance. So, and kind of just an overview of the European team. I don't think many people, this is a secret. They are feisty. They are hardcore. And all of them, especially with all the Swedish in there, they've all played on national teams. They've all competed in several different Olympics. They just know how to do it. I mean, they just know how to play for the country. And so I think that the European team always comes out strong just because of how headstrong they are and how feisty they are. Emily Pedersen, Leon McGuire, Maya Stark, like just to name a couple, Lynn Grant, Carlota, Celine, Anna, they're
so
all
the whole
like
team.
Feisty.
Just dogs.
They're dogs.
Yeah.
And so,
everyone.
Yeah, and I think they're hard to beat because of that. So that's kind of my rundown of who's playing well and what's kind of going on. But I don't want to give all my secrets away because we're about to play a little game.
Yes, we are. I'm going to explain that here in just a second. I'm excited. It's something different, and we want to get all the listeners and viewers involved as well. So hang tight. But before we jump into that, we got to talk about our KPMG performance insights. It's something we do every single week, and it's, to me, one of the most interesting things to see all of those stats and to see how Justin Ray, who is with KPMG Performance Insights, has really stepped up the game on our tour with all of the stats. And he is Stacey's right-hand man, which, I mean, that's pretty much how she's built this team and how she builds, like, you know, the groupings and the pairings is through these stats. So Adam, just what like from your perspective, how neat is it that, she has someone kind of helping out in that way that really dives into the numbers every single second?
Yeah, I think that is the thing that, it's Solheim Cup, Ryder Cup, certainly, top of my head, President's Cup, Mike Weir, international team captain. Like the way that teams are being optimized, I guess is the best way to describe it, is so much leaning into numbers versus just kind of, you got to pass the eye test as well. I mean, there's part of that gut instinct that you're really leaning on as well. Like I'm pretty sure Suzanne Pedersen, that's exactly what she does with her team. But there's no denying what the numbers are showing if you're kind of in between two picks or two pairings or who should go out with who. Just the numbers that Justin Ray pulls together and the whole of KPMG Performance Insights, whether it be the season or career or what have you, are basically based on a body of work. Like they're not just like they're partially trending, but also just like this is what it is from the start of the season till now. This is an example of how this person hits it off the tee or approaches the green or makes putts or whatever it is. So yeah, at Justin Ray Golf on X on Twitter. A tremendous follow, friend of the program, obviously friend of the American squad under Stacey Lewis's leadership, and how he brings numbers and number crunching and data to the table to help optimize that squad. It's going to be fascinating to see it in practice. Again, competition's not played on a spreadsheet; it's played on the golf course. But at least the people can have numeric examples that can help drive the best picks and the best team forward. So we shall see.
So every week, Justin Ray sends his stats pack. It's one of my favorite things to look through. I think it's so interesting. So I just want to throw out a couple tidbits that I think will be important to remember heading into Solheim Cup week. And first and foremost, that is Allison Corpuz. She made 13 birdies and more than 170 feet of putts on the weekend in Boston. Just the weekend alone. And Cupcho is absolutely dialed in. I want to specifically look at her greens and regulations from the FM Championship. So in the first round, she hit 11. In round 2, she hit 16. And then in the final round, she had 17 out of 18 greens in regulation. That is insane. And that is going to be so good heading in to Solheim. All right, now it is time for the game that we are going to play. We wanted to switch it up a little bit this week. Usually we do, our quick 9, and we usually have an interview. Obviously, we're not having an interview this week, but we are going to have mini next week. So stay tuned. There are going to be many guests that will be coming on to join Emma and I. But this game, the closest thing I can think to compare it to is like a fantasy football draft, right? Basically, we are all going to draft 4 players. We are going to have a team of 4 players. I'm going to go first, but there are going to be multiple rounds. And in the end, we need a team of 4. It can be 3 Europeans. It can be 1 American. It could be no matter what. It doesn't matter, right? Our goal is to get the most amount of points at the end of the Solheim Cup. So whoever we think for us is going to earn the most amount of points. And obviously we can't, if I pick, Leona, Emma can't pick Leona. So we all have to have our own team, right? And then we're going to circle back afterwards and see who got the most points. And we want y'all to get involved as well. Let us know who you think, whose team will be the best or which team you would want. And also if you could handpick 4 players, who it would be. I mean, they're all great. So this is actually going to be almost easy because you can't really go wrong, but at the end of the day, it's a competition and some players are going to win way more points than others. But with all of that being said,
the pods.
Yes. Does anyone have anything to add to kind of further explain it, or did I do an okay job?
Yeah, we're going to make up a name for this cup, whoever's going to win the cup. So we'll let you know who wins the cup at the end of this. Yeah. But game on. We got Adam's team, Hope's team, and my team. So
yes. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. I think, Hope, real quick, I think your point about everyone being good, I think that's kind of the main thing, right? Like there's only 24 players that we're picking from. We don't have a whole 150 person league to choose players from. So let's go.
So we're obviously only 12 players are going to be picked in this, but this is just for funsies, okay? Like, no one take it too seriously. We're just having fun out here. So my first pick, drum roll please, is going to be Lexi Thompson.
Nice.
Because she is a Solheim Cup legend. She has a great record. Her record is 9-7-7, which by the way is wins, losses, ties. And so yeah, my first pick is Lexi, and I'm writing that down.
That was a good one.
I had to.
Good first pick.
America.
Wow.
And Adam is next.
We're on the clock.
We are.
It was a nice pick. It was a very surprising pick, just given the fact that the whole board was open. So
I know
you got me questioning what I should do, but I think I've held on to this now for 48 hours. So my first pick is going to be Leona Maguire.
Obviously,
you know, the record kind of speaks for itself: 7-2-1 in the Solheim Cup. Not the results for Leona from the season that's gone by. Maybe not there, but her best result of the year, a runner-up finish, which just so happened to come at the match play in Las Vegas. So loves the format, is a complete dog, like
She's
we
a
talked
dog.
about when it comes to that. I wouldn't want to face her inside the ropes. So pick number one for me, Leona
that's
Maguire.
a good pick. I was gonna go with her, but I was like, I have to pick an American. I have to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Same
Emma.
skis. I feel like I'm going to pick an American because I am American as well. And I'm going to pick the hometown girl, Lauren Coughlin, having the best year of her life at the moment. I don't have to say much else. Rookie on the Solheim Cup team. She's just killing it. Has had 2 wins in the last 4 starts. Mic drop, Lauren. Hello, everyone.
Boom. Love it.
Boom.
Okay, so
Adam gets to go. No, Adam gets to go.
Sorry,
Come
sorry,
on.
sorry. I'm so competitive.
It's kind of like it's a weird way of the snake draft that we're doing.
Yes.
Still, okay, I'm still humming and hawing, but I think my first 2 picks were so like ingrained in my head that I'm not going to waver from them. Pick number 2 for me, Megan Kang.
Nice.
That's
my
a good
pick.
one.
So again,
no.
you know, Megan
scared.
from a record perspective, last Solheim Cup, she was right up. I'm pretty sure she did not lose at the previous Solheim Cup. Is that accurate? She went 3-0-1?
Yeah, I don't think she did. I think she had a tie in there somewhere, but
Absolute star. So
Yep.
we like that. And real quick, got to pull out some stats. I am the stats guy, as you have proclaimed throughout
Yes, that is
the
true.
balance of the season. So, Megan, 4th in driving accuracy on the season and also 12th in greens in regulation. So if you're looking for someone who's very, very steady tee to green and maybe needs to be propped up by a putting wizard, she is 150th in putting average on the tour. But hey, it's a team event. She might have a nice friend on the green. So we are going to go Megan Kang, pick number 2 for me.
all right.
I get to go. My turn.
all you.
I'm going to pick. I don't feel like this is random, but I think y'all are going to be shocked. I'm going to say Charlie Hull. And the reason I'm saying
No,
her
she was my pick.
is because she's had 4 top 10s this year. She has been so consistent this year, like lots of like 25th, 14th, 18th. She's had lots of really solid finishes. Yeah, she hasn't won this year, but she's had a great season so far. She's had 12 wins in the Solheim Cup. And
Casual.
this is her 6th time. She's either played 6 times or this is her 6th time. I can't remember. So she is a vet. She knows what she's doing.
This will be her 7th, yeah.
This will be her 7th year playing. And I think she's awesome. And I think her game kind of matches up to a lot of different people, which helps her to get those dubs.
Her first Solheim Cup she was 17
Yes.
when she played in her
Like
first
what?
Solheim
Crazy.
Cup. Unreal.
Definition
Yeah.
of a vet.
What a fine selection there.
Thank
Emma.
you.
Both, I think both Hope and I went, oh, no.
I know. But
Yeah.
calm down. I'm really happy with my next pick, and I'm shocked
I know
that
what
no
you're
one
going to say.
has picked her
Yeah,
yet.
I
Y'all
know.
are
Carlota.
No.
Oh.
No.
All right, let's go.
Nelly Corda.
And I can't believe. Yeah.
I mean, come on now. Number 1 in the world. She's won
Yep.
6 times this season. I mean, she's pretty much just like, I think she's topped like every single stat at one point this year. Like, she just has it all. She's such a good player, and she's a veteran now too, which is kind of crazy because I feel like I remember when she was just playing in her first Solheim Cup. But so far, I got two Americans. I got Lexi Thompson and Nelly Korda. And all right, next pick.
I get to
Emma,
go.
it's all you, boo boo.
Okay. I'm really struggling on this one because I feel like I can wait for my last pick. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I just marked out my third pick.
All right.
I'm going to do her for the fourth. I'm going to
Don't
turn
make
it
me put you on the
around
clock.
and put Carlota Segunda.
Ooh,
Legend out here. She hasn't had her best year this year, but she's still, like I said before, when I was mentioning, she finished tied for 10th last week at FM Global. She always comes out hot. Last year she had the win. She had the winning point for the European team, so she's going to come out with lots of fire, and like she did that. She did it in Spain last year, her home country.
Ooh,
I feel like
what a
she's
moment.
someone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, seriously. So
Casual.
yeah, just casual. So that is my third pick. My team is looking good.
It is looking good. You know what's funny? Really quick sidebar. I was there watching Carlota and Nelly on 17, and the King of Spain was just like right next to me. I was like, what? What is my life?
What is my life?
What am I doing right now? Like, and then I watched her sink that putt, and it was just absolutely insane. Okay, I am next. So this is probably the hardest one that I've had so far.
I'm over here writing them down, y'all. Like
I am too.
So am I. I'm so good. This is the most serious thing I've done in a long time.
Oh, me too.
This is
I'm dialed in.
funsies. Okay.
Okay, my pick is going to be. Oh, I'm between two people.
Don't you say it.
My pick is going to be Madeline Sagstrom.
Nice. Good one.
She is just such a big Solheim Cup like hero. I just feel like every year she turns up, she plays so well. She's a veteran, and also she's about to get married, like literally this weekend, or like officially married. Her and her husband are already married. And Jack is her husband is also going to be in the Solheim Cup because he caddies for Anna Nordquist. So I just think they're coming in hot. They're just coming off their wedding.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Honeymoon Solheim Cup.
Honeymoon in Virginia.
Let's go. So
Let's go.
I just have a good feeling about Madeline, and she's had a good year as well. So
Good pick.
Madeline
good pick.
Sagstrom, Adam, you're up.
Virginia is for lovers. That's their tourism tagline.
That's
so
true.
If Tourism Virginia wants to get
Sponsor
dialed in
us.
on this pod real quick, Virginia
so
is
good.
for lovers. Yes,
It's a good one.
Moving right along, my pick. We're going back to Team Europe, and we are going with a rookie. We are going with Germany's own
Nice.
Esther Hanselet
That's a good
as my
one.
pick. I think when you think about rookie that doesn't feel like a rookie, I think that she is kind of the epitome of that. Obviously, the silver medalist obviously comes right into the next event on the LPGA Tour schedule and just has a nice run up the leaderboard there. So no victories for her, but obviously a fine collection of fine finishes, high finishes. You know, I like her game. I like kind of that buzz, that vibe, what she's going to be bringing to the table. Let's get, German efficiency, German engineering. Let's just get it done. Let's go win a couple points. So a rookie, but doesn't really feel like that. So Esther Hanselet for me. Pick
That's a
number
good
3.
one. She's feeling
That is a
herself
good
at the
one.
moment, too. Mm-hmm. Good pick.
As she
Good pick.
should.
All right, Hopi.
As she should.
Oh, it is my turn. Okay. Oh my gosh. I wasn't ready. I was like so focused on what y'all were doing.
You made the pick order.
I know. I just wasn't ready though. Okay, my pick.
Don't you do it.
I don't even know. I feel like there's so many good options. I don't even know who you're referring to not pick.
I know.
I'm going with Lilia Vu.
Nice.
All right.
You had to. Number 2 in the world.
mean, yeah.
You got number 1 and 2 in the world on this squad of yours, Hope?
I feel like I'm cheating a little bit, but I'm not. I made the rules, so whatever. So I have to go with Lilia. I mean, number 2 in the world. Like she's almost just won the AIG Women's Open. She was out at the beginning of the year with an injury, won her first tournament back. Lilia is like one of those that's just like a silent killer. Like get out of her way because if she is hot, like she will beat anyone in front of her. So I think Lilia is a good one. She's just very steady and she's so funny. She's like one of my favorite people. Like I just love her. And so I think she's going to be a big asset to the team this year, and she's just very positive. So
her caddy's all into it too. He's going to have
yes.
He's done a lot of Solheim Cups, and he wears like United States overalls every day to dinner. And like he always has the outfit. So
Cole's
that's a goodie
as well. Yeah. So my team is complete. So we'll go over it in a minute, but all right.
Say our squads.
Adam.
Oh, we're rounding it out. We're going back to the American side for my final pick. And I'm going to go with someone that I think has got something to prove when it comes to the Solheim Cup. I'm going to go with Rose Zhang as my
That's
final
a good
pick.
one.
No wins for her in her debut. Extra maturity, another win on the LPGA Tour, Olympic appearance. I think she's kind of become maybe a little bit more comfortable in her own shoes of like being Rose Zhang, like this. I don't want to say there's responsibilities coming along with this because she was always such a big superstar in college, but you are now a professional golfer. That is your vocation. Maybe she was thrown into it a little bit more at the previous Solheim Cup, but now she's her. You know what I mean? So I think she's got something to prove, and I like kind of that attitude that she might be bringing in to her second Solheim Cup.
Yeah.
So Rose. Let's go. She's my
one.
final pick. She's rounding out my squad.
And I'm going to pick another American to round out this fourth little sliver we got here. And I'm going to pick Allison Corpus. I got to watch her all last week. Her game is really good right now. And she finished 4th last week at FM Global. And I just was really impressed by her game. I was really impressed with her guts. She did a couple of things that I was like, I don't think I would have done that because, you had to be there. But on 18, she went for this. She had a chip out, and then she hit this 212-yard shot and over the water, terrible 18th green. And she did it, and it was freaking amazing. I got pumped on air. But anyways, she has a good record, good experience player. She obviously hits a lot of fairways, which for me, I truly believe that if you can get your partner in the fairway, it's like, it's just a load off your back. So that is why I'm picking Allison Corpus. She's playing well right now, but she also hits the fairways, and fairways are important in this game.
Yes, they are.
Yay!
I was going to. Oh, there we go. I had the KPMG Performance Insights pulled up, the website, and I just want to mention that she hits 83.6% of fairways.
That's too many fairways.
That's crazy. That's a stat I will never know. I will never feel that. But those are some really good teams. Let's just quickly go over. I'm going to say my team, and then Emma, you go next. So my team is going to be Lexi Thompson, Nelly Korda, Madeline Sagstrom, and Lilia Vu. And I'm happy with my team.
Yeah, your team's good. Stacked.
I'm happy. Emma?
My team is going to be Team Y'all, and my team is...
Oh, I didn't know we had names.
I'm making my name. Lauren Coughlin, Charlie Hull, Carlota, and Corpus. All C's. Come on with your bad selves.
Go on with your bad
Coughlin, Charlie, Segonda, and Corpus. Let's go. Come on, the C's.
Oh my gosh. Unreal. All right. I guess if Emma's team is Team Y'all, I got to be the A team.
Yeah.
Get it? Like A.
Yeah, I get it. Whatever.
Brutal. Okay. And I kind of, it didn't necessarily mean to kind of come out this way with respect to the picks, but I kind of just went with, I guess, golfers and players that have kind of got this like dog
Gritty.
attitude, I guess, like gritty, go to the corners, go to the dirty areas and kind of make things happen. So that's a hockey reference. So we've got Leona Maguire, Megan Kang, Esther Honsolett, and Rose
Nice.
Zhang as my 4. And
Those are good ones.
yeah, this is going to be fun. I think, hope, like you said, I mean, if we can get the listeners and viewers involved, take your picks, see who see which team you guys like, and see as well if you want to put together your own squad of 4, add it right into the comments or into the mentions on social media. But yeah, we're gonna find something. Maybe a coffee of the iced and or hot variety for the winner from the other two. Who knows? But we'll figure it out.
I like
it should
that.
be fun.
Quickly, we're nearing the end of this preview. Hopefully everyone watching or listening has enjoyed, but we have to make our final predictions, and that is who's going to win and the final score. Emma, you're starting.
USA! 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 And I'm going to say they are going to get to 16. They're going to win with 16 points, the USA team.
I like it. Adam?
It's going to be close.
I think the American side, I think they're going to do it as well. And let's just go complete fairy tale. Lexi Thompson's going to secure the winning point for Stacey Lewis's team, and they're going to get to, I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be 15. I think they're going to get 15. They're going to win.
It's a good one.
Ooh, that's tight. It's tight.
We've just spent 40 minutes talking about these evenly matched squads.
That's
so
true.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's. We could eat our words, but I don't think it's going to be.
It's going to be 15 and 13, right?
15-13.
And I think it's going to be 16 and 12. Hope.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to say, okay, Emma's
also
taking this serious.
All these sheets are filled.
In the last 2 years, I was at both Solheim Cups, and I actually did guess that Europe was going to win. I hate that I did that against my Americans, but I just had this feeling because they are so gritty. Numbers wise, I think US was better, but so I'm just saying that this is a completely unbiased pick.
Total caveat.
But I do think that US is going to win.
Yeah, we all think the US is going to win.
I think they're going to take it back, they're on home soil. And I think they're going to do it. But
score.
Unfortunately, Adam actually took mine. I was going to guess 15.
Maybe 15 and a half?
I was going to do, so I changed it to do 15 and a half.
15 and a half, and that would be 12 and a half.
So that's my final pick. But, I mean, both years, Europe has proved everyone wrong. And they have retained the cup.
I'm pumped about this.
It's going to be awesome. Honestly, it's going to be great.
The cool thing too, real quick for me before we put a bow on it, is the back-to-back Solheim Cups. Obviously, you see the best players in the world competing at the major championships, but this is such a unique format. This is an opportunity for something that we as golf fans and viewers just don't ever really get to see, and to see players play together for country, for a captain. The fact that we've gone back to back with Solheim Cups is really, really cool. So
absolutely.
Can't wait.
See you guys there on the TV. Y'all come back now. We love you. USA all the way.
Emma's voice right now.
Yeah, she is fired.
We're ready to go. No, we are fired up, and we hope this podcast got y'all fired up because it is going to be an amazing week. Be sure to tune in. I'm pumped. And comments, everything. We want to know who y'all think is going to win. We want to hear your predictions, and let us know which team you want out of our 3 drafts. And I still don't have a team name. Team Vet, because they're all veterans. So yeah. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Everyone, be sure to tune in. Be sure to watch because it is going to be an amazing week in Virginia.
Woohoo! USA all the way.
Love it.